And let's take our feet just a little bit wider than hip distance apart, and let's roll the shoulders up towards the ears and slide them down and back, so we have a nice strong position, palms facing the front. Now bend the knees as you inhale, arms sweep overhead, stretch your body out. Exhale, sweep the arms down, deep bend in the knees. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Good. Exhale. We'll do that 3 more times. Go at your own pace here. Just allowing for some nice deep breaths. Energizing the body. Good. One more time. Good. Now, as you exhale, I'd like you to stay in your squat here. Turn your toes out. Bring your hands on your thighs. Make sure they're not on your knees. And just gently press your right shoulder forward, getting a little stretch in that shoulder joint. Now look back over your left. Good. As you inhale, come through center. Exhale, pressing that left shoulder forward. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. We'll do that a couple more rounds here. Just pressing through. Getting a little stretch in the side body here as well. Beautiful. Now turn your toes parallel. Bend your knees a lot. So let your body come into a wide-legged forward fold here. And just soften your knees and let your body sway here. Good. And as you inhale, lift to a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift to a half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend those knees on that fold. One more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold. Now inhale, lift your body. I'd like you to take your feet just a little bit wider. Bending that right knee, coming into a side lunge. Just opening up those hamstrings, groin muscles. Good. Inhale through center. Exhale, softening into that left knee. Make sure your heel stays on the floor. Good. Inhale, back center. Exhale into the right knee. Good. And we'll just move from side to side here. Begin to move a little bit more vigorously here. Good. Now next time you slide into that right knee, stay here, adding a little pulsation here. Gentle bounce. Good. And then come back through center. We'll do that in the left knee, just a little bounce here. Good. Now come back through center, bend your right knee. Now walk your hands to the right side, turn and pivot. Feel that runner's lunge here. Drop your right knee, so your left knee to the floor, and you reach the arms overhead. So your right knee is forward, and just getting a nice stretch in the hip flexors here on the left. Good. As you exhale, bring your hands to the floor. Draw back to half splits here. Good. Now inhale, back through in that lunge. Tuck your back left toes under. Come back to the center. Walk all the way towards the left side. Drop your right knee to the floor. Inhale, let the arms lift overhead. Good. Feel that stretch here. Breathe into the front of your chest. Good. As you exhale, release your hands. Draw back into that half splits. Inhale, shift back forward. Tuck the right toes under. Lift the right knee and thigh and turn back to the front here. Good. Now I'd like you to soften your knees. Grab your weights. Hopefully they're close by. And I'd like you to drop your hips as much as you can. And now begin to coil that belly in and roll your spine up. Make sure the weights stay right under your shoulders, slowly rolling all the way up towards the top. Good. So we're coming into a deadlift with legs wide. So we'll come down for 2. Bend your knees. 1, 2. It's called a sumo deadlift. Yeah? So bending from the knee and coming forward, hinging forward. So slow on the profile. I'll show you on the profile here. So it's the same as if your feet are directly underneath your hips, but now your legs are a little wider. So this works more into the quadriceps, hamstrings, and the glutes. Good. So hinging from that hip, keeping spine in neutral. Good. And stacking those shoulders right back over hips. Beautiful. Keep going down. 2, rise, 2. Awesome. Make sure when you come all the way to the top that you really reset that position, shoulders stacked over hips. Fantastic. Now come down for 2. I'd like you to hold here, row it in, squeeze those elbows in, come back down and slowly rise. Down, 2, row it in, bring the arms down and lift up. So it's a little slower. really controlled. We'll speed it up in a minute. Really think of squeezing the shoulder blades together. Pulling it in. Keeping those legs nice and wide. This really works the back of the body here. Last time, slow. Good, and now we'll go into single. So hinge for one. One, row is one is down and rise. 1, 2 is row, 3 arms release, 4 stand tall. Good, keep going. Squeeze and up. Fantastic. Keep going. Warming up the body. Go 4 more. So pretty good pace here. Really explosive coming up, squeezing those glutes. Last one. Fantastic. Now 3 down. 1, 2, 3. Hold here. Keep your shoulder blades connected. Don't collapse them. Good. Now slowly rise. Brakes on. Down. 2, 3. Hold here. Keep those shoulders connected. Navel to spine. Good. Slowly rise. So you really have to squeeze your glutes here. Squeeze, pull navel in, brace the core, and come back up. One more time. Down, 2, 3, hold. Good, and come back up. Stand tall, feet stay wide, upright row. 1, 2. Bring the weights just to chest level. Good, make sure shoulder blades stay down and back. As your arms come up, really squeeze the shoulders. Awesome, keep going. So make sure your feet are wide. Take them a little bit wider as you keep rowing, as we're adding on in a minute. Good. Now keep your arms down. We'll just bend that right knee and come center, bending that left knee. Now we'll add that row. So row and come center. And we alternate with the leg. Side lunges. So make sure your legs are wide enough so that it feels comfortable. It should not hurt your knee. Good, keep going. Pull it up, bending those knees, alternating. Sculpting the legs, sculpting the arms. Getting our heart rate up. Yes, looks good. Keep going. We have 4 more. 4. 3 sets. 3. 2, you should start to feel that burn in your shoulders. Last set, keep going. Fantastic. Now bicep curl up. 2, bring your feet a little closer in so you feel a bit more steady. Good, keep those elbows close to the sides of your body. Good, now single time. Bring it in and down, in and down. Good, we're gonna add on again. So turn your heels slightly and toes out. Now next time your arms curl up, you squat, squat and lift. Good, so we get best of both worlds here. Yeah, good. Keep your chest lifted. Good. Squat as you curl the arms. 8 more. 8, 7. Good. Drop really deep into it if you can. If you need to slow it down, you slow it down. Good. 2 more. 2, 1. Awesome. Now bring your feet a little bit closer in. They're still wide. Now, arms are facing in. Your knuckles are facing in towards you. So the top of your weight is towards the front. Now bring it into your shoulders. Drive it up, back to your shoulders. Now squeeze the back of your arm. Bicep, overhead, return, tricep. Good, keep going. Now when the arms go overhead, really think of pulling that navel to spine. Good. That's it. Awesome, we have 4 more to go. We're just warming up all the different muscle groups here so that they're ready to work hard. Let's do 1 more round. Now I'd like you to hold the arms overhead, hold here. Now lean in towards your left leg. Bring your hands together, good. Now I'd like you to lift that right leg off the floor here. Good, pull your navel in. Now bend the elbows here. It's called a tricep extension. Hopefully you can see me. Good, and again, drop the weights behind your head. Keep that right leg floating. Now, of course, we're going to add on. Yeah, so as the arms go down, squeeze the leg in and squeeze back up. In, 2. So the leg is not touching the floor. Down, 2, up, 2. Good. Also a little balance. So it's a lot of core. Fantastic. 4 more. You should feel this everywhere. If you fall out, it's okay. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Now bring it back in. Bring the arms down. Good. Now come into a regular deadlift. Feet are directly underneath your hips. 1, 2, rise, 2. So again, hinge from your hip. Spine remains in neutral. Shoulders stay connected to the back. They're not dropping down. I'm not rounding my spine. Good. Let's get a good pace going. 1, 2, as if there's music. Yeah. Now, as you can see, I'm not doing it with music, and that's just so that the quality of the sound of my voice is better. But feel free to play music that's maybe like 120 beats per minute. Good. Couple more. Now we'll go single time. So it's down and up. So you really have to squeeze your glute here. It's lifting your body back up, plus the weights. Good. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll add the row. Come down, row it in. Single time here and back up. Adding that row. Squeeze and lift. Squeeze and lift. Squeeze. Good. 4 more. 4, 3. 2 more sets. 2. Last one. Fantastic. Take your left leg back. Bicep curls here. Singles again. Keep your elbows close to your body. Now we're going to intensify the bicep curl by going bottom half. So come up halfway and down. Halfway. As if you're sitting at the table and you try to bring your arms up, but the table is stopping you. Good. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now go to top half, all the way to your shoulders, now halfway down. Yes, feel that squeeze. So here you're really working the resistance on the way down. We'll do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Now keep the weights here on your shoulders. Take that back foot in, turn your toes slightly out, coming into a squat. Down, 2. Now how low you want to go is up to you. You can stay just above parallel. If you want to challenge yourself, go below parallel. Notice how my chest remains lifted. I am not looking down to the floor. Keep your gaze at the horizon, try to lift your elbows. Good. Squeeze those glutes. Looking good. That's it. We'll have 8 more. Down, 2, up, 2, down, 2. Getting nice, strong legs. Functional fitness. Good. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Stand tall. Beautiful. Lean into your right leg. So now your left foot is just above the floor here. Bring the arms overhead. Interlace your fingers if you can, or bring your weights together. Now, as the weights go back down behind your head, tricep extension, squeeze your leg in. As your arms lift up, lift the leg. 1, 2, up, 2, down, 2, up, 2, down, 2. Good. I know this is tough. 4 more. Make sure your elbows continue to point to the front of the room. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Bring the leg down. Drop your weight to the side of your body. Give your legs a little shake out. Good. Step your left foot forward, and I'll come slightly into a diagonal here. Left hand is on your hip. Make sure your hips are pointing straight to the front. Shoulder is down and back here. We'll come straight down. 1, 2, up, 2. These are lunges. Now, you may not be able to drop that back knee straight to the floor, almost touching. It might be too deep. So go as low as it feels right to you. Good. Nice pace here. 1, 2, up, 2. Now, of course, we're going to add an arm pattern just with that right arm. So it brings it in, rise up, bring it back down, and squeeze. Bicep, overhead press, return, tricep, bicep, overhead, return to the shoulder and squeeze. Good. 4 more. 4. 3 more. That's it. Keep dropping that back knee. Challenge yourself. Good. Next time the arm goes overhead, I'd like you to keep it there and keep dropping. Notice how this is a little harder. 8 singles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that arm back down to your shoulder. Gently drop your back knee to the floor. Bring your weights to the front by your foot. Draw back into half splits. Get a little relief here. Wonderful. I'd like you to shift forward into that front left foot. Bring your hands to the floor. And I'd like you to take that front foot back. Now walk your knees just a little further away from you. Notice how you have to squeeze your core more. I'm not collapsing. I keep pulling in my navel to spine. Now make sure your shoulders are over your wrists. This is a tricep push-up. Down, 2, up, 2. Now if this is like, oh my gosh, I can't do this, walk your knees in and just drop your forearms to the floor and lift up. You're still gaining strength without hurting yourself. Yeah, so that's an alternative. We'll do 8 more. Down for 2. 1, 2, up. Try not to cross your legs, feet together. This throws off your alignment in your spine. Keep pulling that navel in. Don't collapse to your low back. 4 more. Looking good. Keep going. Getting stronger with each repetition. 1 more. Yay. Come back into your child's pose. So draw your hips back. Let your forehead melt to the floor. Good. Deep breaths in and out. Maybe sigh out through your mouth. Well done. So let's come back off the table. Not too long of a break. And I'll just turn sideways so that you can see my left leg better. So I'd like you to extend your left leg. Good. Make sure your toes are pointing down. And I'd like you to drop your right forearm to the floor. And your left elbow is bent here. We like to do little squeezes here. So squeeze the heel towards the sky. Not so big, just a little squeeze. When that heel pulls up towards the ceiling, really squeeze that left glute until you start to feel that burn a little bit. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now float the leg a little bit out to the side, 45 degrees. Make sure your toes are not pointing out towards the front. Point them down to the floor. And again, squeeze up here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back in. And again, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Back out to the side. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Back in for 4. 4. Keep going. I know it's screaming now at you. Back out to the side for 4. Keep going. 3, 2. Now in for 2. 2. Out for 2. Swing that leg out. Good. And again. 2. Out for 2. Good. Now bring it in. Hold the squeeze. Good. Now come up onto your right hand. Cross that left leg around. Watch out that your heel's not collapsing. Keep the heel up. Now look over your right shoulder towards that left heel. Good, now come back center. Pull that left knee just to the side of your right ankle or calf and pull your hips back, getting a little stretch here. Fantastic, come back forward. Uncross the legs so your left knee comes back underneath your hip. Good, take your hands right on your shoulders. Now extend your right leg back and then your left. So now you're in a plank position here. Make sure your shoulders are right over your wrist. Good, now lean forward and back. Forward and back. If it's too much, drop your knees and just feel yourself moving the energy forward so that you have to use your core a little bit more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and draw back to downward facing dog. Beautiful, paddle out the feet here. Start to feel that nice stretch here in the back of your legs. And if you kind of walk your dog, you'll feel an awesome stretch in the low back. Wonderful. Now what I'd like you to do is bend your knees a little bit. Walk your hands towards you. And in order to do that, depending on your flexibility, you might have to bend your knees lots more so that you can bring your hands right to your toes. Good, now lift your gaze. Walk your hands all the way back out until you're back into that full plank. We call these walking planks. These are amazing for core. Good, lift your hips, walk your hands back, push off your hands all the way to your toes. We'll do that 4 more times. Walking it out. Make sure you don't collapse, keep everything strong. Walk back. 3 more sets. Try to walk in 4 sections. Good, 2 more. So it's 1, 2, 3, and now you're in that plank. Back for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time, walk out. Good, now last time walking back. And we'll walk forward one last time. We're gonna stay here in plank. Hold. Press away, stay strong. Good, now let your knees flow down to the earth. Come back into your child's pose. Let your forehead melt to the earth. Deep breaths in and out. Wonderful, lift your gaze. I'd like you to come back into that table, curl the toes under, and come back to your downward facing dog. Now look towards the front of your mat. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand if you can. Now start dropping your hip so it's not above your front right knee and look forward. Good, now to pull that right leg back, bring your left hand to the floor, push off and step that right leg back to down dog. Look at your hand on the left, step the left foot to the outside of your left hand. Drop your hips, look forward. Good, now this time hop your right foot in, and I'd like you to come into what's like a Hindi squat. Drop your hips, and if you can't, be right here, no problem. But otherwise, drop your hips, use your elbows, lift your heart. So wherever you are, whether you're here or here, I'd like you to cross your arms now, lift your elbows. And now we're slowly coming up. Squeeze your glutes, come all the way up. Good, reach the arms overhead. Give yourself a little stretch. Exhale, bring your arms down. Good, give your legs a little shake out here. Excellent, so before we come to the other side, I'd like to do another dynamic movement. You have no weights, perfect. I don't want you to have any weights right now. They should be still on the floor. Good. So I'd like you to do is legs are wide. Good. I'd like you to bend your knee and I'd like you to push through. And your leg is going to squeeze back as you roll your arm through. So I want you to feel this movement before we add weights. This is called a skate. Good. Skating through. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now walk wide and in. Right, left, in, right, left, in, right, left, in, right, left, in. 4 more. Really drop. Good. Drop into it. Good. Back to the skate. And it's skating. Squeeze that heel back. The heel is floating back, and you'll feel your glute arm comes across. And this works the core. Good. 8 more. 8, 7. Really dip into it. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now step wide and hold. Pulse. Good. Go deeper. That's it. Pulse. Keep your chest lifted. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn your feet, let your body fold. Yay. Sigh it out. Let your body sway here. Good. So that gets your heart rate up just a little bit. Awesome. Now reach for your bricks, your weights at the front of your mat, and just bring them here. Good. Now make sure your feet are not too wide, that you don't feel like you can grip the glutes. So bring them maybe just a little bit in. Bend your knees. Now begin to roll your spine up. Weights are in your hands. Slowly roll up. Good. Shoulders down and back. Good. Turn your heels in, toes out. So as the left arm goes through, left leg lifts. As you squat, right heel goes back, right arm comes across. Here we go. It's like you're serving someone. Palm is facing up. Good. Lots of glute power, leg power. Let's get that heart rate up just a little bit to that fat burning zone. The sculpting zone, I call it. Good. You know, when you get to be a little older, your metabolism gets a little sluggish. So this will really help to lift our metabolic rate. Good. 8 more. You can do it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now step the right leg out, wide squat, and then in. Right, left, in, together. Right, left, in, together. Good. You can add bicep curl, bicep curl, bicep curl. If you get that confused, just stay with your legs. Good. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. March it up. So we're coming into that lunge now on the other side. So turn your body so that the leg that you step back is closest towards me, towards the screen. So I'm stepping my left leg back. Your right leg is forward now. Right hand hit the hip, left arm to the side. Let's lunge down. 1, 2, up, 2. Yeah, lots of lower body today. When we use the big muscles, increases our metabolism. Good. Keep going. Back knee drops or go as low as it feels comfortable. So of course, if you're working with injuries or you've hurt your knee many times over, it's never the same again, right? So just work with what you have here. Good. Now let's add the arms. So bring it in and up, down, release. Bicep curl, overhead, return, tricep. 8 more. I know you can do this. You might feel really hot. You might be sweating a lot. It is super humid out. Your body is going to notice. Keep going. 4, 3, 2 more. Stay strong. Now this last one, keep your arm overhead. Keep lunging down. 7, I know you can do it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, return, slowly drop that back knee to the floor. Bring your hands to the ground, release your weights. Come back to half split. Hopefully there's some sweat dripping off your forehead, unless you were in sub-zero temperatures like the basement. Good, now shift forward, slide through, and I'll turn around so that my right leg shows closest to you. So I can extend that right leg back. Make sure your hands are right underneath your shoulders here. Toes are pointing down. Now little pulsations. Squeeze. Working the glute. That's it. Getting nice, tight, firm glutes. Good, 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take it to the side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, didn't anybody notice anything? Much harder when both ends are on the ground. So drop your left forearm now to the floor so we can do this a little longer. Now squeeze again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now to the side for 8. I know my glute is screaming on this side. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. We're going to cut it in half for 4. In for 4. 3, 2. Now float it back out 45 degrees. 4, 3, 2. One more set for 4. Bring it in. 4, 3, 2. To the side. 4, 3, 2. Cut it in half for 2. 1, 2. Side up. 2. Back in. Last set. You can do it. And up. 2. Awesome. Come up onto your hand. Cross that leg. Woo. And look over your left shoulder. Hopefully you felt that in your right butt cheek. Good. Now turn the body center. Pull that right knee just to the side of your left calf. Pull the energy back and just stretch here. You may not be able to come all the way down. It's okay. But just really feel that stretch right now on the right side. Very good. Slowly come back forward and cross your legs. So what I'd like you to do right now is take that left foot up, bring it to the side and open yourself towards me. So your right leg is long and I'd like you to lift your right arm up. No weights right now. Good. Really open your body here. Now I'd like you to lift that top leg. As you exhale, squeeze your elbow towards your knee and then extend out. Yeah, so 8 and out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Drop that leg. Let that top hand come down. Now lift your back foot off the floor and send that left leg back. So now you're in plank again. Hold here. See if we can come to a walking plank in a different way. Drop your right forearm to the floor, then your left, then right hand, left hand. If you're like, oh my gosh, I can't do that, drop your knees and do it that way. It's still working with your upper body resistance. As you get stronger, walk your knees further away. Keep going. We have 4 more. 4. Now, so showing lower option here. If you want to do full out, keep the knees lifted. 1 more. Awesome, and drop to your knees. Sit back on your heels and shake out your wrists here. Good, I'm dripping sweat today. Kind of like it. Feels good to sweat. I've missed hot yoga and not sure I want to do hot yoga inside with a bunch of people right now, but certainly feels nice to sweat. All right, so we're going to do the other side. So please, please, if you need to drop to your knees, no big deal. You're still getting stronger, right? So let's come forward this time, and I'll show it on the knees first. Drop to your left forearm first. That's harder this side. Then right. Now left hand, right hand. Good, we do 8 more. 8, Yeah, so you can stay on your knees. And if this is even too hard, walk your knees a little bit closer. Good. For those who want to go full out, lift your knees. Good. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. I'd like you to hold your plank. Hold. Good. Now exhale, draw back to downward dog. Sigh it out. Whew. Say no with your head. And yes. Now look forward to your hands. I'd like you to walk up to your hands this time. Make your way into a forward fold. Let your body hang heavy. Good. As you inhale, lift to a half lift. Exhale, fold. Now reverse swan dive. Good. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Feel your mountain pose. Good. Step those feet wide again. A little bit more cardio portion here. And then we'll do some abs. And then we go into shoulders, hips, and hamstrings. So now the right arm reaches, right leg starts to go off first, and then left. So bend your knees nice and generously here. No weights. No weights. We're going a little faster. Getting that heart rate up. Good. If I were to play music, it'd be in the high 120 beats per minute, or 130 even, or 140. Good. Keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now step out left, left, right together. Left, right together. Left, right together. Good. It's like you're doing a straddle over a step. 1, 2, step on it. You got it. Drop those hips. Keep your chest lifted. If you want to add arm movements, bicep curl, bicep curl. Yes, good. 4 more. 3, really drop into it. You don't have weight, so you can use your own upper body weight. 2 more. Last one, I'd like you to stay wide. Hold here. Hold here. Let your arms release. Pulse. Pulse. Go a little fast with the pulse. Good. Feel the squeeze. Squeeze your glutes so you have the resistance to bounce. I know you're going to feel this in your buttocks, your quads. Good. Keep your navel in. Bring your arms overhead. Makes it a little harder. Yes. Good. 60 more. You can do it. 8 more. Yes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise. Yay. Beautiful. Turn your toes back to the front. Reach the arms overhead. Now hold on to your left wrist. Lean slightly to the right. Inhale, center, left hand to right wrist. Little lean towards the left. Good. Now come back through center. Arms open to the side. Now hinge from your hip. Soften your knees. Coming to a neutral spine here. Your body is parallel to the floor. Good. And as you exhale, bend that right knee. Let the palms join together. Inhale, come center. Exhale, palms together. Inhale. It's like you're flying. Bending those knees. Fantastic. Couple more. Yes. Last time, inhale, lift. Now bend your knees. Let your hands find the floor. Let your body hang. So we're going to, with this exercise, add weights. Please don't use 10. This will be too much. I would say nothing heavier than 5. Maybe 7 if you have really, really strong shoulders. So like you do is bend your knee, reach for your weights. Walk them in safely. So you're in that wide-legged forward fold here. I'd like you to bend your knees. Drop your tailbone. Feel your upper back rounding. Now I'd like you to roll your spine up. Keep those weights right under your shoulders. Good. Now I'd like you to do is hinge from the hip again. It's like you're doing a deadlift. The arms are hanging here. Now, as you bend your right knee, your arms fly wide. When you come center, arms come together. Bend that left knee, arms go wide and together. So you really feel we're working the back, right? As well as your legs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Stay here. Hinge from your hip. Let those weights come back down. Take a little breather. Move your head from side to side. Good. Now, what I'd like you to do is take your weights up on its highest side. So like a doggy bone, it's pointing up. Place your hands on it so you can really push away from it. Good. Spine is long and neutral. Good. Now I'd like you to grab with your left hand that weight, and I'd like you to pull it in and bring it back down. So it's a row. You can soften your knees. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Drop that weight. We'll do the other side. Right hand grabs it and pull it in. Now try not to open your chest to the side. Keep it parallel to the floor. We're just rowing that arm in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set. This time I'm going to give you the option to hold onto both weights. If you need support, reach for a brick and place your right hand on top of it. Now row it in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's switch sides. Left hand onto the brick or on the floor. Hold on to both weights. Make sure your spine stays neutral. Row in 8 times. Elbow right by the side. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Drop that weight. Bend your knees. Let out a sigh. Inhale, lift your torso. Walk your hands over to the left side. Let your right knee drop to the floor. You should be facing the top of your mat. If you're not, just turn around and come to both knees. Good, and I'd like you to take a seat on the floor. Before we move into shoulders, hips, and hamstrings, we've got 1 minute. I like to just do a core exercise. So you can use 1 weight. I'm going to do 1. You can do 2 weights. What I'd like you to do is bring your hands into your chest, elbows are wide. Now I'd like you to lean just a little bit back. Good. Now I want you to turn towards me. Good. And then center. And then turn to the other way and center. So, and I'll try to lean a little further back until you feel challenged. That's what might be lower than myself or higher. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Come up. Take the weight to the side of you. I'd like you to roll your spine down. Roll it down. Good. Let out a sigh here. Wonderful work. I'd like you to reach your legs up towards the sky. Good. I'd like you to do is let the legs crisscross. 1, 2. And as you crisscross, leg goes a little bit lower. Good. And now pull the heels in towards you and then straight back up. So we cross 2, 3, 4, froggy, like they're doing a froggy jump, and kick the legs up. Cross 2, 3, 4, pull in and up. 4, 3, 2, 1, pull the heels to your buttocks and straight to the sky. 4, 3, 2, 1, pull it in and up. Good. 4 more sets. 4, 3, 2, 1, row it in and up. 3 more. 2, 3, 4, row it in and up. 4, 3, 2, 1, in and up. Beautiful. Bring your knees to your chest. Let out a sigh. So for those who are not joining me for shoulders, hips, and hamstrings right now, make sure you take a little moment to stretch your body, maybe add a little bit of a twist, maybe a little hamstring stretch. Yes, and for those who are just joining me right now for shoulders, hips, and hamstrings, welcome.